At the end of May, I saw a few posts on social media warning about the June gap. I'd never heard this term before, so I looked it up. It's a time towards the end of May and middle of June when there's not very much in flower. There's not enough nectar to feed pollinating insects. So I filmed June's garden update with this in mind. Rather than filming everything in one sitting like I normally do, I filmed on a few different days throughout the month to see if there really was a gap in flowering. Well, by the time I got to the end of June, I had so much footage of plants in full flower that the idea of editing the video felt like quite a big job. Which plants to show, which ones to save for another day. I was then off work with a tummy bug for a week, so we find ourselves in the beginning of July, looking at plants that were flowering up to a month ago. But concerning the June gap, I can't see any reason why there should be a gap in flowering at any point in May or June, at least in a garden planted with diversity in mind. So let me show you a small selection of the plants flowering in our garden this June. This is the greater catmint, Calamintha grandiflora on the 4th of June. It's got a lot more flowers on it now, but even from the start of the month, it was attracting pollinators. Here are a couple of clovers on the same day. This is Trifolium ocroleucon, the sulphur clover. And this is the ruddy clover, Trifolium rubens. Both are easy to grow and flower for about a month. We have a few different penstemon that seem to flower all summer long. This is Penstemon flamingo, a bit garish, but I like it. If you prefer something more natural, this one is Penstemon digitalis Husker's red. Echinacea are popular plants for a sunny spot. This one is Echinacea purpurea white swan, but my favourite species is Echinacea pallida. Helenium morhium beauty, growing in front of Salvia tuisalve. I made a video on the wood sages last month, so I won't show you much of these in this video, but they flower very reliably for at least the whole of June. This is Centaurea montana carnea, the perennial cornflower. It's closely related to the knapweeds that flower in our meadow at the end of June and into July. Even at the beginning of the month, the world tickseed Coreopsis verticillata was starting to flower. Now it's completely covered in yellow flowers. Maybe it will feature in July's garden update. Erigeron seabreeze, good ground cover for a sunny spot that flowers for most of the summer. The pink flowers are Cape fuchsia Phygilius equalis, alongside the blue flowers of catmint, and there's some oxeye daisy in there too. Honeysuckle has to be one of the most important native plants for pollinators. It's always covered by bumblebees, solitary bees and hoverflies in the daytime, and moths feed on it at night. The world clary, Salvia verticillata purple rain. Growing underneath Sanguisorba menziesii wake up, which is one of the shorter and more showy burnets. And also the oak-leaved hydrangea, Hydrangea quercifolia. This one is ruby slippers. Further back in the same border, enjoying a dry shady position, is the amazing Bowman's root, Galenia trifoliata. Next to our wildlife pond we have the gooseneck loosestrife, Lysomachia clethroides. It's not closely related to this plant, which is the purple loosestrife. They just happen to share a common name. This is Lythrum salicaria blush. I'll leave it at that for now, and we'll see what July brings in the next update.